Happy Wackadoodle Wednesday, all you wackadoodle people. This is Grammy Mary here in her rocket chair, and yeah, I am ready to blast off, and holy shit, you'd think I was sitting underneath the damn booster rockets today. It is freaking hot out here. Yeah, buddy. 105, 107 with the heat index. Yeah, I'm melting. Melting. Yeah, this ain't even freaking hot flash where you get a little bit of a reprieve in the middle. No, no such critter for this old broad. Good God Almighty. Yeah. Mother Nature must be having a serious hot flash. And you know, she really doesn't need to include me in that. I could do without. I really could. Wouldn't bother me one bit. But if anyone out there, this is a challenge for you. You know, you have all these stupid ice bucket challenges and all that other fun shit. Here's a challenge for you. Somebody come up with some way that you can bottle some of this frickin' heat so I can kind of gradually release it in the wintertime. You know, like when it's like 30 yeah, that too. See, I'm brain fried. When it's 30 degrees below zero and I'm sitting here going, yeah, I need to be able to bottle some of this shit and find a fireproof safe or something and really strong like welder's gloves or something to open that safe after a while. Whoo! It gets very warm out here in the boonies. Hi, and as I was driving home, I saw flashy lights in my rearview mirror, and I went, uh-oh. And so I looked at my speedometer, and it's like, no, I'm not speeding. I have my cruise set. I'm only going 4 miles an hour over the speed limit. It's a 2-lane highway, so what the hell? And, yeah. Closer I got to home, I started seeing black, billowy smoke, and I went, oh, please, no. Which is bad enough. It's one of the neighbors. Damn it all. But it's really black smoke, so I'm thinking it's a garage fire. Couldn't see it well enough it didn't look like it was a house. It looked like it was their garage. But either way, that's not a good thing. So my thoughts are going out to those poor people. Damn it all. And I am not going to be one of them looky-loos. Oh, my ex was on the fire department, and it's the biggest pain in the ass for emergency workers is all these damn looky-loos that got to come around and, what you doing, what's going on, what are you getting mad at me for? I just want to see what's going on. Get the hell out of the road so these people can do what they're supposed to do. Delbert Dumbbutt. Oi. Okay, let's see. I got to say, hey. Yes, Mary B., that is way too hot. Way too hot. Okay, where am I at? See, brain fried. This is my brain on fry. Okay. They're only mock-ups? Whew, that's a good thing, because I thought, damn, if somebody were to hold a match underneath me. I had taco salad last night. Just putting that out there, because, you know, there's so many people out there that will not talk about being effervescent. And you know I'll talk about just about anything. And I'll even talk about that, depending on my mood. So, let me look and see here. Okay, I got to say hey to people. Over here on Fakeybook, I'm getting more people over here on Fakeybook. That's pretty darn cool, if you ask me. I see the lovely Mary B is over here, and I also see Mark is here. And welcome, Mark, if you're listening in. I think this is a first for you, maybe possibly, or at least a first time that you've actually liked it when I put it out there. I also see Darwin is over here. Hey, sweetheart. And who else is here? Lots of other people that are posting and chatting. And Catherine is here. Catherine is so awesome. And I'll bet you Catherine doesn't have near the heat that I do. But she's in Ireland, and I don't think Ireland gets that hot. Okay, let me see who is over here on that effing site, that absolutely awesome, amazing effing site. Yeah, it's like the new WT, only better. Okay, that's my personal opinion, but hey, I see Java Doctor is over here as well as D. Cheatwood. Hey there, how you guys doing? I also see Grimmy is over here and Bo Diddy and Pissed Off Patriot. Or Pop goes the blood pressure. Yeah. HWR is over here posting stuff as well, and so is Late In. So hey there, hi there, ho there, how you guys doing? Hope you're having an absolutely splendiferous Wackadoodle Wednesday. I know I am. I am so glad it's not Tuesday, because let me tell you, yesterday was a frickin' wabi-sabi kind of day. I was constantly a Juana taco salad. Oh, well, I don't know. Juana, would your significant other possibly have an issue with me having a salad of you? Shit, I said that live on the air. Holy crap. Tell her not to come beat the crap out of me, okay? I'm just a little thing. I'm crazy, but I'm just a little thing. Oh, goodness. Wow, Grimmy, you're just really quick tonight. Damn. Obviously, because you don't have the heat I do. So your brain isn't fried. Let's see. Who is over here in the RLM? I see Asmo right up top again. Asmo, my missionary man. I also see Barman is here. Hey there, hi there, ho there, darling. And thank you ever so much for sharing me over there on Twitter. I truly do appreciate it. Also, the barman from the Freedoms Network shared me over there, and so did Bo Diddy. Thank you, darling. Truly appreciate it. And yeah, I go on Twitter and I do some sharing, and then I close it out while I'm on the show because I'm in the boonies, and I'm using a tin can and kite string and duct tape because duct tape fixes everything but stupid, but it will muffle the sound. So, and I will get to that here in just a minute. I want to use some duct tape, but in just a minute, I got to finish saying, hey, Beth A is here. Hey, Beth, how's things? And looky there, Grimmy is over here in the RLM as well, and that's because Grimmy is the RLM god. And if anybody says any different, I will drop kick you through the goalposts of life, because Grimmy knows his shit. Even though he gives it to me all the time. But that's okay, because I dish it back. I also see the lovely Kate, and she has absolutely zero sympathy for me because she is also in the triple digits down there in the great state of Texas. And hey, looky there, Trust No One, also affectionately known as Rome's, or when he really, really, really wants to get on my good, bad side, then he's Darth Rome's. Although he hasn't let me do that for a while, so I just had to sneak it in because, well, that's the way I roll. I also see Chalcedony is here, the strong, silent type. And Chloe! Is that kind of like that? What's that little piggy's name? Wee! 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 I need to find my wee! I have one of those, and them little pinwheely things. Excuse me. I need to take that to the fair. And you like wear a hat band or some kind of something or other so I can tuck it into my hair and the wind will blow and I'll have that wee going all the time and people will go, oh shit, it's Grammy. That's right. I also see IB Don C is here, as well as Java Doctor 2, the new and improved version. And looky there, Juana Taco. Apparently, I did not consume all of Juana because he's still here. I didn't have a happy plate. Sorry, sweetheart. I also see P. Bunyan, and it looks like from the chat, P. Bunyan is going to get to have some of these lovely triple-digit temperatures coming soon to a location near you. And looky there, Solvanor is logged in, but I'm sure Solvanor is sawing logs. Alias is also here. Hey there, darling. How's life in your neck of the world? And just regular old Chloe EE is here. That's a pinky toe piggy. You know, the pinky toe piggy, when it makes noises, it's not wee. It usually goes, mother bus bucket, some bitch. God damn, who put that coffee table in the way? That's what my pinky toe says. Because that's usually the one that gets the brunt of that kind of action. I also see, I'm here. Hey, I showed up. Damn. Yeah, call me an overachiever. Uh-huh. I'll admit to it. Mm-hmm. And to round out the crew, the one, the only, the most awesomest down under gal I know, the lovely Miss Mary B. How you doing, sweetheart? I hope you're having a wonderful day. And if you do need some warmth shipped your way, I will figure out a way to send some of what I've got down to you. Do you need some snow melted? It will be like a little blast furnace thing that just comes and goes, and there goes your sidewalks are all cleaned off. No shoveling needed. Yeah. Okay. Now, seeing as how I have blathered and blabbered and said, hey there, hi there, ho there. Oh, yes, I must. Yes. We are also out on the actually, it's the worldtruth.org Spreaker, but you know, we are the new and improved. It is now the RLM Spreaker channel. Also, the RLM channel on TuneIn Radio and the RLM channel on Internet Radio. And you can also go to, rlmradio.xyz. So yeah, we can be an alphabet soup brigade too. There you go. So, multiple choices to listen in. Oh, and no, I do not pay therapy bills. Sorry. I have to deal with me, so should you. And, well, quite frankly, if you don't want to deal with me, there's a little thing called an off button, okay? So, just putting that out there, because I do have a tendency to go off. Actually, one of my coworkers put on the little board where everybody's name is so we can write where we're going. I had put off and then the date for when I went out to see my grands. And, yeah, he erased the date and put 24/7. And I noticed it, and I didn't say anything because I knew whoever had put it up there would eventually fess up. It would make them crazy because they would be wondering, she's going to get me. I know she is. What's she going to do? And finally, on the following Wednesday, he said, so have you looked at the board? And I said, yeah. Well, do you see the numbers? And I said, yeah, I see a lot of numbers on the board. No, the ones in red. Oh, yeah, those. Yeah, I knew that was you. I was waiting for you to fess up. So then he squirmed a little bit more, and you know, I went to go and get the mail and do some running around for the parts guy. And when I got back, he added 365 to the lovely little digits behind my name. So yeah, there's a lovely little payback coming for him. And I'm not telling him when it's coming, but he's going to get it. And he knows it. And that's why he's squirming every time he walks by, because he knows I'm going to get him. I'm kind of evil like that. Okay, speaking of evil. Okay, maybe not necessarily evil, but at least definitely on the dark side. We all need to look into the dark side of our nature. That is where the passion is, the energy. It's the part of who we are. And do not fear it. Embrace it. Become whole. We are both darkness and light. And you know, that's one of those things. I see so many very well-meaning people. Bless their hearts. I love them dearly. But they're always saying, you need to overcome your negativity. Okay, I get that part. You need to get rid of your negativity. You need to get rid of your negative thoughts. You need to get rid of your anger. No, 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 no. You need to learn to control them. Do not get rid of them. Learn to control them, because those are parts of you that help you, give you strength. They help you overcome adversity, because if you get rid of all of your darkness, all of your toughness, then when something comes along and gives you an emotional boo-boo, all you're going to be able to do is go to a safe space. We can't have that now, can we? We have too many people doing that already. Hey, I see Moose Girl is logged in. Hey there, woman. Let's see. That, by the way, is a meme that's over on Facebook. And I was having a conversation with a quite handsome young man last night. And we were just kind of discussing all kinds of things, in the quote-unquote real world and metaphysical speaking. And I'd said something along those same lines, but I wasn't quite so eloquent with it. So I really like this, because this was a lot. Yeah, I'm more blunt, don't you know? I see Jerry is here. Hey, Jerry. I've known Jerry since high school. He used to come down. He went to school at the prep school that was like a half a block away from my house. And he used to come up and visit all the time. And Mom would feed him cinnamon rolls. And bless his heart. I even babysat his kids for him one time when he and his wife were coming through. And I don't even remember what the heck it was now. But I watched his kids for him. Oh, yes, my dear Catherine. What you got to say, darling? Oh, it won't allow you? Okay. Well, here you go. We'll just do this one. .com. There you go. Okay. Catherine couldn't get in on the XYZ link. That is one of those links that I get, whenever I try and share it somewhere, it always asks me, okay, you need to click on these, like the little robot shit. Are you a robot? Are you trying to infiltrate? Okay, I might possibly. Maybe, almost, kind of, sort of. I'm trying to infiltrate your mind. That's what I'm trying to do. And if you don't mind, it don't matter. It's all good. Hi, Barry. Bubs! I see Bubs! I love you, Bubs. Let's see here. What else? I gotta check and see, because I got so damn many notifications over here. Oh, I did see something earlier today too. It was a multiple choice thing on who you're going to vote for if you were to vote today. None of the above. None ya. Not gonna go there. Don't want to go there. Let's see. Oh my goodness, sweetheart. Oh, don't no. Oh, Gretchen, you and I, honey, we're gonna have to have a talk. No. Okay. In any case, I'm going to get to this because, speaking of those that are a little bit on the slow side, maybe those that tend to dwell in the dark side. Here we go. Debbie does Democrats. Good old Wasserman Schultz says, Hillary is the most admired and respected woman in the entire world. Wow. And what did she pay you for that, hon? Did she tell you you were going to get some kind of plastic surgery or something? Because, wow, you're not exactly the most attractive person in the world. That, of course, that's just my... And I'm not just talking physically, although, yeah. But, wow, hon, every time you open your mouth, you get just a wee bit less attractive. I'll put it that way. Because I don't want to totally embrace my dark side, but I do kind of want to... Wow, Debbie, honey, you're just not pretty. No. Okay, Monday on MSNBC's Andrea Mitchell reports, Democratic National Committee Chair Representative Debbie Wasserman Schultz, who is from, guess, Florida, said presumptive Democratic presidential nominee, in other words, the one who has already been selected, you guys just haven't signed up and went, oh, yeah, I didn't get that memo, but yeah, I get it. Yeah. She said that Shitlery is the most admired and respected woman in the entire world. So, was Shitlery performing under the desk when you said this, honey? Or did she? Well, I saw this and it was like, holy crap. And it's basically a lovely little interview, and I don't really want to go there. It's on Breitbart.com. It also has a video attached to it, which there's no freaking way. I mean, I have a hard time just looking at pictures of her and reading her verbal diarrhea, let alone, doing the verbatim bullshit. Oh, I know, it's not on there, but oh, hey, the fifth eloquent is here. Yay! I know there's not for XYZ, but for some other sites that I wish to share it on, I get that little robot thing, which really pisses me off. It's like, hey, what the hell? What's wrong? That should be just fine. Damn it. Okay, Mary B., you said this is the coldest time of your year? Ah. Wow. Ooh, minus 10 Celsius. Got dandruff, some of it itches. That is cold, girlfriend. I will figure out a way to send some of this shit your way. That will, pepper spray? No, thank you. I have a grinder. That spray has a tendency to fog and get in my eyes, and it's just not comfortable. So, no. I'll use my grinder, thank you very much. I sneeze less. That was a response to Moosey, because the lovely Moose girl has joined us over here on the RLM. And looky there, RLM 2399 is here as well. And then 2399 fell out. Damn it. I'm checking shit out here. Just a second. Oh, crap. P. Bunyan said tomorrow they're supposed to have a heat index of 117. You can have that, sweetheart. I'll let you. I'll stay where I'm at. I'm kind of a weenie. Okay. I'm catching up on the chat here. People have a tough time believing it snows every year in Alabama. Really? It does? It gets below zero? Wow. Cool. Okay. Thank you, Grammy and Barman. Thank you, Fifth Eloquent. And yeah, 14 degrees Fahrenheit is still freaking cold. Oh, you're having a heat wave? Ow, ow, ow. Thank you, rascal. I know I have a fat roll there, but you really don't need to try and puncture it. Okay? Because people don't want to hear me go. They will think I sprung a leak. And I think some of them already know I did. My kitty cat's trying to help again. Okay. Da-dum. Now that I'm done with the Wasserman Schultz. Gack. I probably ought to put her over here on that effing site too, because, hey, TD, I see you, TD. How you doing, sweetheart? Thank you ever so much for your awesome and amazing posts that you do over on that effing site. Sweetheart, I enjoy those immensely. And some of those are just, wow. I mean, as if my coworkers, because, that's one of the first things that I do is I pull this stuff up at work and I look at it and I giggle. And my coworkers, when they see me just sitting at my desk and just giggling, they get nervous, which is also part of the fun. Because they get they start wondering, is she plotting something or seeing something on the screen that's funny? I don't know. I don't care. I'm not going anywhere closer just in case it is plot. I don't know why they're so afraid of me. It's not like I'll do anything that bad. I mean, you'll survive. Oi, oi, oi. Okay, let me get Wasserman over here. God. Although, I gotta admit, I wish my hair would do those little ringlet thingies. It does, like, right after I wash it, but then as the day wears on, it starts straightening out, and it's like, oh, either that or it gets frizzy. So it's like, Dabby, do that. And I'm sure she uses a curling iron or some such bullshit, and I'm just not coordinated with those things. I burn myself. I know that shocks you. Pedro, how you doing, darling? I hope you're doing absolutely awesome. Let's see. Everybody is liking the meme that I shared over on Fakeybook yesterday because, in honor of the full moon and everything, and that was yesterday, which it was absolutely gorgeous last night. But I shared this. Don't forget, tonight the moon will be visible from Earth. The last time this happened was last night. And I did read something. Okay, it was something I wrote, but I read something earlier that said that, it's going to be making a repeat performance tonight too. So be sure to get out there and see it because, wow, this is such a rare celestial kind of thing. Don't you know? Okay, I'm going to go look in my pocket real quick because I know I shared a few things in there, but I don't remember what the hell I shared in there or stuck in there or whatever the hell in there. And apparently I did not put... Oh, no, that was a video, so I couldn't do that. Okay, never mind. I am going to go to this one, though, because I think this is funnier than hell. And I saw a video of somebody playing Pokemon. And the way he plays Pokemon is not with a phone. It's with a Glock. I don't think Pokemon survived. Just putting that out there. Oopsie. I know, Rascal. I love you too, baby girl. I know. She's giving me hugs. Because she's such a lovely baby girl. Did you know that over in Bosnia, they're asking the Pokemon Go players to avoid wartime minefields? Why? Because somebody put a Pokemon something or other out in the middle of one. I'm going to assume. Haven't read it yet, but just by judging by the headline. Over in Sarajevo, people playing the wildly popular smartphone game Pokemon Go in Bosnia were urged Tuesday to avoid areas littered with unexploded mines left over from the 1990s conflict. Today we received information that some users of the Pokemon Go app in Bosnia were going to places which are a risk for unexploded mines. And they're searching for Pokemon. I'm wanting to know who the diabolical geniuses are. Okay, you really didn't have to be a genius to come up with this shit. But who in the hell came up with the... Okay, we're going to... Because from what I understand, I've never played... Excuse me, hiccups. Never played it, never any of that fun shit. But from what I understand, you're supposed to follow a little trail. And then it tells you there's some kind of Pokemon critter and you need to go there and you need to get them or you need to try and get them to lay eggs. Because I saw someone was hung their cell phone from the ceiling fan and turned the ceiling fan on. And they were hoping to get their Pokemon to lay more eggs or some such nonsense. And apparently they walked a little bit too close to the ceiling fan and have a lovely little egg on their forehead now. Which I found amusing. I am one of those people that, yes, if you are playing Pokemon and you walk into a street pole, you walk into a parked car, you walk into a pothole, something like that, I am going to laugh my ass off at you. Yes, I am. I may assist you in getting up, but the whole damn time, I will have my legs clenched together so I do not wet myself while I'm laughing. Just putting that out there. Gotta be honest. Oh. Apparently, the new mobile app, which is based on the 1990s Nintendo game, was created or has created a global frenzy as players roam the real world looking for cartoon monsters because, well, virtual reality, can you say Matrix? Yeah, Roger the Rabbit's going to jump out and go, please don't be such a moron. He really is. Even Looney Tunes aren't that frickin' loony, peeps. Oh, let's see. The game for mobile gadgets, which overlays cartoon monsters on real world settings, has already been blamed for a wave of crimes, traffic violations, and complaints in cities around the globe. Why? Because people are looking at their frickin' smartphones that are smarter than they are because those phones are sucking any brain cells that they may have still functioning right out of their heads. So they're following this stupid little rectangular gadget. You know, portable TV. It's an idiot box. It's a portable idiot box that they can just wander around and be idiots instead of being, hey, it's a step up from couch potato. At least they're getting some exercise. Lord. Apparently, Bosnia is still infested with tens of thousands of mines planted during the 1992 and 1995 war. I wonder if maybe if they were to put those little Pokemon critters on those mines, if the mines would explode because, well, you know, people think they're real. So let's put those little critters on the mines and see if they'll explode the mines. That would be cool. That would just blow them to smithereens. I could go for that. Around 2.3% of the former Yugoslav Republic's territory is still believed to be covered with unexploded mines and similar explosive devices. Ain't war games just so fun? Oh, I know. They say, oh, that's not a game. Really? What's the difference? Oh, that's right. War games is on a fucking computer screen. F-bomb alert, by the way. And real war is like right there in your face. Sometimes really in your face. But what people don't realize is that's just leveling up. It's still a game. Still a game. Stop playing. Stop volunteering for that shit. Tell them, fuck you. You want to go blow someone up? You want to go shoot someone? You want to go and kill? How many was that the French and us killed today over in Syria? Civilians? Oh, excuse me. Collateral damage. Yeah. Oops. There was supposed to be a bad guy there. We can't help it that they were hiding behind women and children, so that those women and children were fair game. Now see, they say fair game, but they say this is not a game. Really? Then stop fucking playing it. Okay? I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of reading about babies getting blown to smithereens. I'm tired of seeing images of moms and dads holding babies that have parts blown off of them. I'm tired of seeing children sobbing because their parents are gone now. And you wonder why people hate us. Can't have anything to do with the frickin' game, can it? No, it's because we're free. And we're going to bomb the free right into you. We are going to free you from your meat suit is pretty much what they're doing. We are going to free you from this earthly plane. And we're going to free as much life from this earthly plane as we possibly can. Because if we can't have it all, nobody can. Oh, wait. Off on a tangent. Never mind. Baltimore Sun has a bit on it too? Oh, okay. Operation Summer of Chaos. Well, yeah, and the whole Black Lives Matter, every frickin' life matters. Getting real tired of this shit. Not all cops are pigs. Not all blacks are thugs. Not all Hispanics are, I don't know, what are Hispanics? Besides, have a better natural tan than I do. Beaners. There you go. Well, you know what? I got a daughter whose nickname is Beaner. Why? Because a friend of ours couldn't say her name. It came out as Beaner, so that became her nickname. Duh. Oh, I get so tired of these stereotypes. Yes, I do realize it. Hi, Rob Works. Glad to see you could join us. You know, a lot of stereotypes are based on some kind of facts, just like myths are based on some kind of fact. But just because, you know, you have one doesn't mean they all are. Okay? You know, like not all blondes are bimbettes. Although blondes do have more fun. But also, you know, the famous blonde for the blondes have more fun, Marilyn Monroe, pretty damn sharp cookie. If you do your research, she was a pretty sharp cookie, which is probably part of the reason why she got taken out. Okay, let's see. Oh, dude. Thank you, barman. Puff, puff, pass, darling. Okay, let me see. Where was I at? Did I share the Pokemon? I get so easily sidetracked. Squirrel! Let me scroll up and see if I shared it. Hey, I don't think I did. No, I will do it now. There you go. Excuse me. All this damn wind. Trump is slightly less of a fool. Oh, I beg to differ, P. Bunyan. I think Trump is every bit as much a fool. He just enjoys being the brash and obnoxious one. The other ones try to be PC. Try. They're better at lying than he is. Oh. Have fun, P. Bunyan. Say hey to the kitties for me. Oh, Meister Bra, that would be... Wow. He just said, wait till someone gets eaten by an alligator playing Pokemon. So, is there like a Gatormon? Or an alley poke? Or wait till someone gets shot because they were in someone else's house? Or, oh God, there was someone the other day that... Who was it I was talking to that said that someone actually opened up the gate to her backyard, came into her backyard, walked around a little bit, looking at their phone the whole damn time, pushed some buttons, then turned around and walked back out again. When they told me that, I thought, oh my God, you didn't at least have like a BB gun or something to shoot their sorry ass with and say, excuse me, what part of closed latched gate do you not get? I should not have to lock my fucking gate in my backyard. Frickin' morons. Someone's gonna peek in the wrong window too. I can tell you that right now. And the person that does something about it, yeah, that person is probably going to wind up going to jail because some moron playing a frickin' game on their phone. Ah, stop the stupid. Oh, my brother just said that his thermometer is lying. It says it's only 95 degrees out when it's actually 138. I know they lie, dammy. They really do. Okay, let me put this stupid Pokemon thing over here on Fakey Book. Just because. Just because. You know that would, if something were to happen, I would say that's probably the gene pool lifeguard going, okay, out of the pool. But heartless crud, possibly. More like realistic and expecting people to just frickin' grow a brain and then use it. Damn it. Hi, Angelo. I see you. Okay. What's going on over here on the effing site? Well, that's refreshing. I'll go and... It's so refreshing. Which, yeah, my poor little AC. I have it set on energy saver, and I think it's shut off for like 5 minutes since I've been home. Yeah, kind of hard to save energy when it's 100 and frickin' gazillion outside. Okay. I need to go to something more fun, more cool, more nifty, neato, peachy kino. I saw this earlier today, and there is a video attached to it. It's from fox40.com. A West Sacramento girl finds new way to pay it forward during turbulent times. And see, this is what we need, and this is what we need to encourage people. You see a child out there doing something, don't be an obnoxious ass. And trust me, in this video, there's a few people in this video that are, I consider them quite rude. And if I were there, I would probably accidentally on purpose bump into them and make them bump into a shopping cart or something like that. I want to make them bruise. Okay, I wanna. Doesn't mean that I actually would, but I wanna. I'd wanna do worse than that. But apparently in West Sacramento, a girl is looking to change the world one bracelet at a time. The 10-year-old has launched a new initiative that's part philanthropy, yeah, if I can learn to talk, and part social experiment. With the help of the public, she's looking to have her efforts to spread selfless good deeds go viral. Lee Nelson started Because I Care, a program to encourage people to treat each other with kindness. What she asks is simple. Just do a nice deed for another. Whether it's paying a compliment or buying a coffee, then seal the deal with a bracelet. Compliments of Lee. The bracelet is to be passed from person to person as each does a good deed for another. Sometimes just saying thank you or please is enough to brighten someone's day, especially if they've had a rather rough day, especially if they've had a day where they feel like nobody appreciates what they do, and to have just some random person walk up to them and say, thank you. That can really mean a lot. So please, if someone, even if it's simply because you notice that they weren't being rude to someone, go up and tell them thank you. Thank them for not being rude. Or thank them for just being here. Sometimes people need to hear that too. Lee asks that this person explains their good works with the message, in a world with so many issues, let's just show each other that they are valued. Then share the story with her on Twitter by tagging @BecauseICare11 or using the hashtag BecauseICare11.Lee. No, just Because I Care 11. Lee also has a Facebook page, and many adults the fifth grader encounters are blown away by her initiative. However, Lee sees it as a basic human decency, which it truly is, and it's really sad that we have to have children out in front of grocery stores or on corners trying to remind adults to be civilized. Kind of a sad commentary on humanity, isn't it? And yet, it's also a very inspirational commentary, because even though adults may be douchebags, there are children out there that are not, and they're trying to make the world a better place. And actually, the article just goes on to say, I just want to make the world a better place. I mean, there's many issues, and people are mad about the issues. And if you're mad about the issues, why don't you take action and try to change them? That's right, you're not here to learn to tolerate what you dislike. You are here to change what you don't like. Even if it's in yourself, and sometimes that's the best way to change what you don't like, is to change it in yourself first, because you'd be amazed what kind of impact that has on those around you. I say props to you, lovely Lee. Awesome job, and you keep it going. Grimmy, you want to leave me the hell alone bracelet? Grim, you know what? You may try and be a curmudgeon and all that other fun stuff. I know better. I know you're just a big old teddy bear, and if I was to walk up to you and give you a big old honkin' hug, you'd stand there and take it. I know you would. You'd give me shit later, but you'd take it. Damn it. And you know, there's some people in that video that I really seriously would like to go and just not pat them on the back, just smack them upside the head, 'cause location, location, location. And let them know, you do realize this child is just trying to brighten your day. You do realize this child is just trying to help you be a civilized human being. Quit being such an antisocial ass munch. One woman in particular comes to mind, and she's the one that I'd like to, like, put my foot in front of her shopping cart or something and make her stub her toe on hers or some just because. But oh well. Some people are just freaking rude, and sometimes you have to be rude right back in their face and go, "How's it feel?" Some of them just don't get the lesson. So then you just have to look at them and go, you know, I truly do appreciate you being here. I love you for the role that you're playing. I don't like you, but I love you for the role that you're playing, because the role that you're playing is teaching me what not to grow up to be like. Thank you ever so much for that contribution to humanity. Sometimes that's the only kind of compliment you can give someone. It's just the one that says, thanks for contributing an example of what I don't want to be. You know, that's kind of the only compliment I think I would ever be able to give to Shitlery or Dangleberry or Trumpelstiltskin or quite a few other people in the fictitious entity we call government. Okay, get this shared over here on that effing site. Just because she's such a lovely child, and she really is quite a lovely child. Bless her heart. Okay. The day cell phone towers died and the satellites weren't working. There's no such thing. I'll bet you the artist formerly known as Flash is the one that wrote that, because he is a blogging fiend, let me tell you. Okay. Do I need to go there? Have I read POTUS Hill Dog? Because, wow. That's a scary contemplation, isn't it? POTUS Hill Dog. Yeah. Yep, I would. Yeah, Grimmy, I'd be copping a feel. I might be checking out your Charmin, you never know. And yes, Fifth Eloquent, I am a creeper. I will admit to that. I like copping a feel, and I like groping people. I like hugs. I'm not quite the hug queen as my mother, but, you know, she's got almost 30 years on me, so give me time. I'll catch up. But, yeah. I like hugs, but, you know, when I hug, it's kind of nice to be able to reach down and cop a feel on the Sherman. Mr. Whipple died, so, you know, I ain't going to have anybody coming and telling me you can't do that shit. Don't squeeze a Sherman. Bullshit, Mr. Whipple's dead. I can squeeze whatever I damn well please. Huh. Okay, POTUS Hill Dog. Are you nuts? Yes, this is by the artist formerly known as Flash. At the trial that most folks swore would never happen, it was Hillary taking the stand that brought the crowd in to see the show. The judge, jury, and executioners were totally surprised at the level of honesty. Oh, God, damn, I choked. Sorry. The level of honesty she had when she spoke about her alleged criminal activities. Who knew that after all the years of treating people like livestock, that the queen of self-centered cunts, wow, by the way, cunts stands for can't understand normal thinking. Who would have believed that she would contract a disease that only cannabis could treat successfully? After beating everyone, every time it came down to being dependent on others, the queen had a problem. And this was what happened. Swear to it. A medical doctor with a grudge had worked his way into the interweb of her survival and medicated her with cannabis to relieve the chronic pain and nausea that came with her illness. Probably it was because someone put duct tape on her mouth and she couldn't get rid of all of that nasty shit that's running around between her ears. Yeah, that would cause chronic pain and nausea, I would think. Okay, I added that. Sorry, Flash. It seems that the doctor prescribed enough medicine and Hillary was finally caught. She could no longer lie to harm others. The end. I think that's a lovely little fairy tale. Fairy tale, but it's quite lovely. And in the artist formerly known as Flash's Happy Land, hey, if it works for you, hon, go for it. Ah, yes, and the lovely Miss T.D. Sanders just shared a little meme over here. The original drafts of both the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution were written on paper derived from it. The sails of Christopher Columbus's ship, the Santa Maria, were made of fabric spun from it. Even U.S. currency was printed on material extracted from it. Hemp, which is actually a cousin of cannabis, the most versatile plant in the world that, despite its significance as an early Americana, is still prohibited from being grown in most of America. And why is that? Because it is so versatile. That's why. You can use the stalk for fabric, fuel, paper, and commercial use. Hemp is dried and broken down into two parts, thread-like fibers and bits of hurd or pulp. Each has its own distinct applications. The long bark fiber, at 77% cellulose, is cleaned and spun into thread, yarn, or rope, or woven or knit into a variety of durable, high-quality textiles for clothing, canvas, and fabrics of many textures. Excuse me. The inner core that remains is called the hemp hearths, with cellulose for tree-free, dioxin-free paper, non-toxic paints, and sealants. Industrial fabrication materials, construction material, hemicellulose for plastic, and much more. But wait, there's more. Hemp is the best sustainable source of plant pulp for biomass fuel to make charcoal, gas, methane, gasoline, or even produce electricity. Seeds can be used for oil and food. The hemp seeds produce oil for cooking, lubrication, fuel, etc. And the seed is a cholesterol-lowering source for full protein, and the leaves and flowers are also edible. The foliage can be used for food, medicine, and relaxation. Cannabis has an important medical value for easing pain, relieving stress, and treating illnesses from glaucoma to cancer to nausea to AIDS and beyond. But you can't say that because then it falls under the purview of the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration. Because if something claims to cure or treat, you cannot say it does those things unless the FDA approves it. And, well, they don't approve any natural things for that. and you really don't want them regulating that. Hemp flowers and leaves are smoked or eaten for many therapeutic, religious, or relaxation purposes. And finally, rooted in nature, even the hemp roots play an important role. They anchor and aerate the soil to control erosion and mudslides. Hemp can save family farms, create jobs, reduce acid rain because it does clean that up, and chemical pollution, and it can reverse the greenhouse effect. But no, we can't have that because climate change, and this is actually an eco-friendly plant, and we can't have you doing that because that would just totally negate all the shit that we're putting in the upper atmosphere. Oh wait, did I say that out loud? Yeah, I did. The lovely T.D. Sanders shared that over here on effing site. And if you're not a member of freedomsnetwork.com, why the hell not? Get your ass over there and join up. Lots of really smart people over there, and lots of people that are extremely opinionated, and you could have quite the entertaining little verbal tete-a-tete or digital tete-a-tete, however you wish to do that. Okay, let's see what's going on. Meisterbrower, what did you broke? Hi, RLM 59719. Oh. There was did I catch the typo? Did I read it and just kind of just went right on past it? I sometimes do that, don't you know? Oh, okay. You are not reading is about a possible... Oh, okay. Oh, Meisterbrow, you are a sick individual. That's why I love you, hon. You are so funny. I'm not going to go there with your whole prostate exam kind of thing, though. I don't want to know about that. And just because I have a cough doesn't mean you need to do the whole prostate exam kind of thing. That's an exit only, hon. Although I do think men have it just a wee bit easy. Because, yeah, all you have to do is turn your head and cough. We get up in the lovely little stirrups and have that lovely little cold metallic thing. Yeah. Not fun. Not fun. Okay. Yeah. Bitch, didn't know you're going to get to hear me uncomfortably discuss pap smears and all that kind of shit, did you? Oh. And how about this for an absolutely horrid segue into the next little article? I don't remember who shared this. Someone over on Freedom's Network. Or no, maybe it was... No, it was P. Bunyan that shared it over on that RLM site. Pediatricians encourage sex ed at doctor's office, home, and school. Ah, this is from foxnews.com. Wow. Depends on what your definition of sex ed is, huh? That's a boy, that's a girl. Yeah. Okay. Depends how old they are as well. Okay, excuse me. Hiccup. Dang it all. I'm having all kinds of bodily issues this evening, apparently. If I ain't coughing, I'm hiccuping. I'm falling apart. Okay, children and adolescents should receive age-appropriate and evidence-based education about sex and sexuality from pediatricians, schools, professionals, and parents. This is according to the American Academy of Pediatrics. What kind of professionals? And, you know, seriously, to me, I don't think we grew up so bad. I mean, yeah, I grew up with a rather sheltered life, but I really don't think children need to be learning about homosexuality and all that other fun shit like being made to read these little stories in kindergarten. And I don't have a problem. If whatever trips your trigger, unless it's children trips your trigger, and then I'm going to have to introduce you to another trigger. Um, but who the hell are you? I mean, whatever happened to the parents being able to decide what they want their children to learn? I think that's probably half of the problem with things that are going on in the world today, is too many have abdicated their responsibility of being a parent, not a buddy, not a pal, not a friend, I'm going to be the adult, the nurturing adult in the family that lets you make your own decisions. Really? Although it does depend on the child, most children do not make really good decisions prior to the age of 10, and even that's kind of pushing it with some kids. But to get back to this, in the U.S., according to AAP, one of those alphabet soup brigade bullshit places, about 1 in 3 adolescents does not receive any information on sexuality from pediatricians. BFD! Are pediatricians supposed to be teaching that shit? No. No. Excuse me. And when the subject does come up between doctors and kids, the average conversation lasts less than 40 seconds. Okay? So if the child is not having some kind of issue that would make you think that they might be, excuse me, being abused or what have you, keep your fucking nose out of it. It's none of your business. This means that 2/3 of the time it's not discussed at all. Oh, darn. And when it is discussed, it's such a brief time, said Dr. Cora Bruner, chairperson of AAP's Committee on Adolescence. Well, sweetheart, do you have any adolescents in your home? If you don't, shut up. Sorry, but this is, I have a real issue with people that don't have children telling other people how to raise their children. It's like, hey, if you haven't gone through the trial by fire, I mean, yeah, there is some advice that childless couples or childless people can give, like, your child's a douchebag. Do something about him. Because there are children out there that are douchebags. There are some really monstery brats out there. I've met some. And I have gone up to the parents and said, your child's a brat. And usually the parents give me a dirty look and grab their child's hand and walk away, which is what I wanted them to do anyway, because I did not want to be around a bratty child. But I thought, I'll let the parent know, your child's a brat. You know that? You need to do something about that. That child's going to be grow up to be a bigger brat. And when you get old and need someone to take care of you, do you think your brat's going to do it? I don't think so. Yeah. Children and adolescents should have an open discussion with their parents, pediatricians, or healthcare providers, and in their schools as well, she said. Well, I'm happy that you think so, sweetheart. You have a right to your opinion. I have a right to think your opinion is yours, not mine. If we don't bring it up in a calm and open environment, they're going to turn elsewhere. Well, that's what most children did back in the day. And even when they have those open and frank discussions in the home, they still turn to their peers for that information as well. Just putting that out there, because that's what kids do. That's part of being a kid. The AAP's report, it's first on the topic since 2001. Oh, it took them this long to come up with this bullshit. Wow. How many specialists did it take to do this? These committees are just so wonderful. Yeah. It was published in Pediatrics. It defines sexuality education as teaching about human sexuality, including intimate relationships, human sexual anatomy, sexual reproduction, sexually transmitted infections, sexual activity, sexual orientation, gender identity, abstinence, contraception, and reproductive rights and responsibilities. All of which I think are none of the general public's business. And by that, I also mean if you're going to say that what you do with your body is none of my business, okay, honey, then don't expect me to pay for any of your repercussions from what you're doing with your body. Because if it's none of my business, it shouldn't be tapping into my wallet either. If I wasn't in the room helping you create that child, I should not have to pay child support. That's a rather blunt way of putting it, but hey, sorry. Only if I wish to take over custody of the child do I wish to have to pay for this shit. Sexually transmitted infections, yeah, children need to kind of sort of, but it needs to be age appropriate, and I think these people just don't have a freaking clue what age appropriate is anymore, because I've seen some of the shit that they're wanting to give to kindergartners and preschoolers, and quite frankly, that is not age appropriate. Now, I do think children do need to know where babies come from, and most of the ones that I have been around have a general grasp of where, because they've either seen puppies born, or they've seen kittens born, or they have younger siblings, or they have cousins or whatever. So, they have a kind of a general idea. And when they're little bitty like that, they don't need to have any more than a general idea. Let them be freaking kids. For Christ's sake. The report says sexuality education has been shown to prevent and reduce the risk of adolescent pregnancy and sexually transmitted infections. Yeah, it's also been known to tell the girls that a blowjob is not sex. Some have even been told that anal sex is you are still a virgin if you allow a boy to penetrate you anally. I've had kids tell me that that's what they were told in sex ed class. And I would love to bitch slap that teacher. There are some freaking idiots out there. This is what the parents should be doing. Yes, I don't have a problem with kids getting anatomy lessons. But when it comes to this other shit, that is stuff that the parents should be teaching. And parents need to goddamn step up and start saying, "Excuse me, that's not your business. Back off." Pediatricians are in an excellent position to provide the support sexuality education as part of a preventative health care, the report says. Well, you know what? Depending on the age of the child, I don't think they really need to. And keep your fucking virus shit away from those kids, too. No injections. I know Flash is going to tell me that I'm getting cranky, and I am. Because he's got this damn Gardasil shit. You are killing more people than would have died if they were to contract the disease that you're saying it's supposed to prevent. Your cure is more deadly than the disease. So keep your fucking pricks away from the kids, okay? Additionally, it says formal sexuality education in schools can improve the health and well-being of adolescent and young adults. Okay, adolescents I think of as teenagers or preteens, like 12, 13 years old. That's about the age range. Yeah, because, girls and boys, they develop differently and different things start happening, and kids need to be able to understand what's going on. So just in case mommy and daddy haven't had that little chit-chat about the birds and the bees, which I also heard something several months back, you do realize that the reason why it says birds and bees is very, very vital. Because bird song is what wakes up plants. Scientists are finding that bird song, when the birds come back and they start singing, that's what wakes the trees up. That is part of that whole process. The bird song, the sounds and stuff, and we all know that sound energy is a proven scientific whatever. But birdsong wakes up plants. And bees pollinate plants. You take out the birds, you take out the bees, you have no more planet. Because things will start dying quickly. So we need to take care of our feathered friends and our little buzzy friends. She also suggested people remember the acronym ABLE when talking to young people about sexuality. She said the letter A should remind people to ask kids if they have questions. No, you wait until the child asks you. And trust me, don't give me this shit of, but if my child won't ask before they need to know that information. I call bullshit. I raised 2 daughters. I know better than that. I have grandchildren. I know better than that. They ask. The letter B is a reminder to be respectful and calm. Yes, and sometimes it's rather difficult, and don't overthink it, people, because the first time one of my kids asked a question along those lines, I was trying to overanalyze and overthink it, and the ex just said, "Oh, that's just a bad word for so-and-so and so-and-so," and I went, "Wow, you handled that really well," because I totally clutched, which I did. After that, I did much better because it was like, okay, give them just enough information to where they're no longer curious and then move along. Ow. The letter L is to listen and let the child guide the conversation, which, yes, you do. And you need to pay attention because if they're just asking questions, and watch their body language. I have a grandson that will ask and ask and ask, and sometimes you can watch him, and he gets this look, and he's basically what he's doing after a point is pushing buttons to see if he can get you to react. And so once you notice that look, and it occurs early on in the conversation, you can just look at him, or at least I do. I look at him and say, "So do you really want to know that, or are you just seeing how many questions you can ask before I finally tell you? Is that really any of your business?" And then he'll giggle, and then he'll run off. It's a little game that I've figured out that he has played with me for a while, and we still play the game, but yeah. Pay attention to your kids. Don't just listen. Pay attention to the body language as well. And the letter E is to educate using methods backed by research and to encourage more questions. That depends what kind of research we're talking about here. Because I'm also seeing some doctors are saying that it's, what was that, an article I saw, which I'm sure I just read the headline. And yeah, headlines can distort shit so well. I've actually proved that. I've shared some articles where the headline was completely different from the actual article, and people went off on the headline, and you could tell none of them actually read the article. But, yeah. Some of these, I'd seen something the other day where I think it was a psychologist said that they don't see anything wrong with pedophiles being able to adopt children. And I'm thinking, really? Kid in a candy store comes to mind, and the candy is what gets tainted out of the whole deal. Wow. That's bad. That's bad. Oh, Bruner goes on to say that you need to resource for them as well as your pediatrician in school. And no, only if you have questions that you can't answer on your own or that you don't feel comfortable answering on your own should you reach out to your doctor to help you. And I don't think you should do that in front of the child. I think you should talk to the doctor on your own and then go back to your child, because you want your child to be comfortable getting straight answers from you. It's the problem nowadays. The report also says that while abstinence is 100% effective, yeah, promoting abstinence only until heterosexual marriage occurs is ineffective. Yeah. Yeah. That's why you don't try and promote abstinence. You try and promote that your child needs to have some self-worth, and that your child needs to realize that there are parts of you that you really should keep as a treasure, no matter how much someone talks purty to you. Don't be pressured. Don't be pressured. Because there are some things that you just plain can't get back. So, excuse me. She said youngsters who get abstinence-only education tend to get more sexually transmitted infections. Well, you know, when you put it like that, yeah, I can believe that, because usually the ones that are doing the abstinence-only are the very, 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 very religious. And I'm not saying any particular religion, because, yeah, I think just about all of them do that shit. Abstinence only is not a proper, in my personal opinion. But once again, this is my personal opinion. But I also think it's nobody else's freaking business. And I think you really need to teach your children to have some self-worth. Not self-esteem. There's a difference. And not little Johnny or little Susie needs to be patted on the head all of the time, even when they screw up massively. You know, because little Johnny and little Susie need to get skin knees, and little Johnny and little Susie need to learn how to deal with emotional boo-boos. That's how they grow into adults that don't have to have safe rooms. So you need to, like I said before, you need to answer children honestly, but only give them as much as what they are asking for. Okay? What? Toddlers on up have no means of generating conversation, but they crave interaction. Questions, no matter how ludicrous, require a response. Yes, they do require a response. Ah, yeah, I know you did, Fifth Eloquent. Okay, what do you guys... Hi, Sparkles! I know who you are, sweetie. I'm so glad you made it. I'm trying to catch up here in the chit chat. And Sparkles left. Damn it! Damn it! Okay, let me put this over here on the effing side as well. I think this, you know, this whole shitlery, it takes a village bullshit. Yes, it does take a village, but there's an awful lot of stuff that rests with the parents, with the family, direct family. And yeah, it does take a village, because sometimes, case in point, my former boss's great-grandson was in an accident over the weekend. He fell into a fire pit. Really, really badly burned one arm, and the other arm is burnt, but not nearly as bad as... Oh, poor little guy. He's only 5, and he's going to have an awful lot of therapy, skin grafts, surgeries, all kinds of stuff looking at him for the next long time. Mama was tending to her youngest child, putting him to bed. The adults that were supposed to be around the fire pit at the lake were not paying attention. He was going to give hugs and kisses and tripped and fell into the fire pit. None of those other adults were even around to see this, but someone else who was at the lake saw him running, saw and started running towards him because they saw what they thought he might trip over, and he did trip, and that's how he fell in. Thankfully, this person was an EMT, pulled him out of the fire immediately, got the fire out because both arms were on fire, and took him himself to the hospital. Now, see, that's what happens out here in the boonies. People step up. And it happens in a lot of other places as well. You just don't hear about when people step up like that. But he even made sure he called a friend that had a plane, and instead of waiting for a flight to life, because boonies, this friend flew this little guy to the burn center. So, amazing, amazing stuff. But it's people don't realize how quickly something can happen to your little ones. So yeah, it does take a village to kind of look out for kids. But the parents are supposed to be responsible. And I feel bad for his mommy because I know she is beating herself up one side and down the other. I know she is. But when you've got two little ones, it's really hard to keep an eye, especially when they're both 5 and 3. It's hard to keep an eye on them when they're that age. We've seen a lot of instances like that in the news lately. So people, please keep an eye on the little ones, even if they're not your little one. If you see them going into something dangerous, don't just stand there and watch or videotape with your fucking smartphone. Step up. Like this gentleman did. Okay. Let me get this. Damn, I just tangent tonight. I disagree with this what's her face. Let's just put it that way. Now let's go find something much more pleasant, because I only have a little over a half hour left, and I want to end on a pleasant note. I really do. Don't be giving me that static. I'm going to go back to my pocket. Who shared this? Someone shared this over in the RLM earlier today. Excuse me. Damn it. Allergies. Researchers got people drunk or high and then made a fascinating discovery about how we respond. Who shared that? Grammy over in the RLM. I don't remember, and I forgot to put the little taggy thing on there. Let's see. This is over on the WashingtonPost.com. Public health researchers generally agree that on balance, marijuana is less harmful drug than alcohol. Ding, 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 ding. Booze, for instance, is more addictive than pot, and from a chemical standpoint, it's far more toxic and hence lethal than marijuana. Alcohol isn't just harmful to individuals or more harmful to individuals than marijuana is. It's more harmful to society too. Drunk driving is a big factor in this, and studies generally show that alcohol impairs driving ability much more than just about any other drug does. Alcohol also makes people aggressive and is a factor in roughly 40% of violent crimes committed today. So, what about a link between marijuana use and aggression? Well, most pot smokers will tell you that marijuana helps them relax, puts me to sleep. The popular stereotype of a heavy marijuana user is this guy stoned out of his mind on the couch eating Funyuns and watching cartoons, which been there, done that, long time ago, but been there, done that. Surprisingly, research on the link between marijuana and aggression has been mixed. Marijuana seems to make most people relax, but it can also cause anxiety and paranoia conditions, which can occasionally manifest themselves in violent ways. But you know that anxiety and paranoia, it's because, oh my God, I'm doing something illegal. What if I get busted? And then I'll get kicked out of school, or then I'll lose my job, or God, I hope to God I don't get picked for the random P test at work, or there's the paranoia and anxiety that I think is probably associated with it. It's because it's freaking illegal, which is just stupid. There are occasional reports out of Colorado of marijuana users causing harm to themselves or to others. Note it says occasional, Hans. Love you dearly, darling. And you're quite entertaining to banter with, but wowzer, sweetheart. So, a recent study from the Netherlands published in the journal Psychopharmacology attempts to put this question to bed using a gold standard of scientific research. It's a random controlled trial. Ding, 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 ding. See, it's in the Netherlands, so I couldn't have volunteered for it. Damn it. They recruited a group of 20 heavy alcohol users. Oh, there you go. That's 3+ drinks a day for men, 2+ for women. Wow, I must be considered a teetotaler by those standards. Damn. 21 heavy marijuana users who smoked at least 3 times a week, and 20 controls who didn't use either drug heavily at all. Oh, thanks, Grammy. They then got the alcohol users drunk until their BAC measured 0.08, which is the standard threshold for impairment. They got the marijuana users high by dosing them with 300 micrograms of THC per kilogram of body weight delivered via a vaporizer. And the control group didn't get to do any of this fun stuff because, well, they're controls. Nanny, nanny, boo, boo. Then they made all 3 groups complete a number of tests designed to get people riled up. The first, known as the single category implicit association test, said people match positive and negative words to photos depicting aggressive and violent behavior, punching, kicking, etc., etc., etc. In the second test, respondents played a computer game in which they were told that they could win money by pressing buttons. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. Pokemon comes to mind. They are pitted against an adversary who could undermine the players by taking money from them. The players were unaware that the adversary was actually controlled by the computer. Well, see, the computer always wins. Researchers measured aggression before and after the respondents took the test by asking them how aggressive they felt on a 100-point scale. Oh, that's how you, yeah, that's a, okay. For good measure, they had the marijuana and alcohol users go through the whole thing again 1 week later, this time without getting high or drunk, as a kind of separate control. They found, first of all, that alcohol intoxication increases subjective aggression in the alcohol group, and the alcohol users, in other words, acted more aggressively when they were drunk than they did when they were sober. By contrast, the smokers became less aggressive when they were high. Go figure. These findings held through both the self-assessments. Alcohol users rated themselves as more aggressive when drunk and through the responses to the test. The drinkers tried harder to undermine their computer opponents when they were drunk. But the smokers actually acted less aggressive toward their computer opponents when they were high. Hi, Vince. How you doing? Are you high? The results in the present studies support the hypothesis that acute alcohol intoxication increases feelings of aggression and that acute cannabis intoxication reduces feelings of aggression. Who'da thunk? This is in line with other research, as in a study in 2014, for instance, that found that marijuana use among couples was linked to lower rates of domestic violence. In a fun study from the 1980s, researchers gave undergraduates varying doses of marijuana and then asked them to administer electric shocks to people in another room. The more stoned the undergrads were, the less interested they were in zapping other people. Yeah, I can get that. It's like, dude, seriously, why do I want to zap them? Dude, come here, have a toke. You know, it's a puff, puff, pass moment, not a zap, zap, bzzz moment. It's true that, as with any drug, marijuana can have unpredictable effects on some people. But this study strongly suggests that those unpredictable consequences, pot-crazed men jumping off ledges or shooting themselves, are tragic outliers. Those stories grab headlines because they're exceptional, not because they're common. See? Science! Oh, and I know somebody is going to tell me, you just say that because of the wonderful things he does. But no. I mean, I spent a lot of years around drunks and potheads and people that do things other than pot, and trust me, I much prefer the potheads. I really do. I'm sharing this over on Fakey Book. Yep. Just because I know there's going to be some people that are going to jump all over that shit and call me out, and that's okay. Go for it, because you know what? It never hurts to just, wow, did I just not share that? What the hell? Yeah, Grim, there weren't any computers when I was high school either. Actually, when I was in high school, we still had manual typewriters. So, just catching up on the chat again. Oh, it was Trust No One. Thank you, Grim. Let's see. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. I see that Vinny showing. Or Vinzy. Vins. Yeah, Moosey, I'm still on. Okay, I'm still kind of sort of here. Okay, let me put this over here. I think I shared it, and so did Grim share it. Oops, double dipping. Oops. Well, I'll just put it over here on this effing site too. Dang, I still have a half an hour. So that means I get to go to some fun pages. Because I pretty much got to what I knew I wanted to get to in my pocket. Let's just do that. I think I got everything in my pocket. Let me check. Because I know... Yep. Okay. Oh, no. I was going to go here. Yeah. I don't think I did this last week. I might have, but I don't think I did. Did I do the rewire your brain for positivity and happiness using the Tetris effect? Because if I didn't, I'm gonna. And if I did, I might just go ahead and do it again anyway. It's from lifehacker.com. And they have all kinds of lovely little happy faces, which it's like, sometimes you get to the point where it's like, get your happy face out of my face. Just saying. Have you ever gone through a phase where you feel like every day is a Monday? Oh, I've had weeks like that. You wake up, you hit the snooze, then you hit snooze again, and you just don't feel it. Yeah, I know that negative emoticons can eat, or a negative emotion. Excuse me, I got emoticons on the brain because I'm looking at them. Can eat away at productivity, creativity, decision-making skills, and yet I have to admit that sometimes it's really difficult to reverse the course of a slump, which, yeah, sometimes it is. Sometimes, I will admit, there are times that I get cranky, and then my outlook gets very negative, and then I start getting pouty, and then I really start going downhill. And usually the only way I can get myself to snap out of that, when I do that nosedive kind of shit, it's like I just need to go and have a Calgon take me away moment and bawl my eyes out. And then I'm good. But I have those moments myself. It happens. I'm not always so happy-go-lucky. Although usually after I'm done having my little bawl my eyes out session, I sit there and I laugh at myself and go, God, what a nimrod. Really? Because then I look back at what the last straw that got me so damn worked up, and I go, Jesus Palomino, pull up your frickin' big girl panties. God, what a wussy woo. Yeah, I scold myself. But I at least listen. Oh well. The unfortunate superpower of the negative is that it has stronger impact than the positive. In fact, negative impact of setbacks in your work is 3 times as powerful in affecting motivation than positive progress. It's just easier to remember the bad stuff that happens during the day. Kind of why that saying is a saying. One aw shit will erase 99 attaboys. It just works that way. It's kind of sad, but it does. So why is it that your brain has such a negative bias? Well, the reason is quite simple. They're actually wired to pay more attention to negative experiences. Here we go. Pay attention. It's a self-protective characteristic. We're scanning for threats from when we used to be hunters and gatherers. But such vigilance for negative information can cause a narrowing downward spiral and negative feedback loop that doesn't reflect reality. Ding, ding, ding. Been there, done that. Fortunately, we aren't doomed by our natural disposition towards negativity. What's amazing is that we have the ability to break out of that negative feedback loop, and we can actually rewire our brains to think positively. Even if it's, I'm positive you're a dickwee head, you're still thinking positive. Now, understanding how the brain can refashion its own connections is the key to unlocking the durable power of positive thinking. And that's exactly what this post is all about. So, anyone who's ever played the classic game of Tetris will know this. Whether on a clunky computer or Game Boy or the latest mobile device, we all know the game's surreal ability to spill into real life. Pokemon! After you shut off the game, you see those Tetris blocks falling in your mind's eye. You're grocery shopping and finding yourself thinking about rearranging items on the grocery shelves and the carts in the parking lot. Been there, done that. Somehow your mind continues to play the game even when you're physically not. And see, that's what my problem is. And sometimes that happens at night and I can't get to sleep. And that's why I watched a video last week that has helped immensely. I am training my mental monkey, my monkey mind, as the monk put it. I am training that to focus on my breathing. When my brain is so busy and going over and rehashing shit in my mind at night when I'm trying to sleep, when I catch myself doing that, then I tell myself, focus on breathing. Focus on inhaling. Focus on exhaling. And you know, it actually does work, at least for me. So, Robert Stickgold, who is a Harvard professor of psychiatry, noticed something similar after a day hiking in the mountains in Vermont. That night, he dreamt that he was still going through the motions of mountain hiking, climbing to rocks. Curious about the dream replay, he tried something. Stickgold got a group of college students of varying skill levels to play Tetris and sleep in the Harvard sleep labs. Dude! If I'd have known they were doing that shit in college, I might have actually almost kind of sort of on purpose gone to college. Nah. Over 60% of the study participants, including, surprisingly, those who suffer from amnesia, reported dreams of images of Tetris pieces falling, rotating, and fitting together. Interestingly, half the Tetris expert participants reported such Tetris dreams, while 75% of the novices did. The mind was continuing to work on making sense of the game during sleep. Busy mind, focus on, get the monkey mind focused on your breathing. A more recent study from 2009 found that playing Tetris can grow your brain and make it more efficient. So is that why when I play Gummy Drop or Bejeweled or Bubble Bobble? I really need to go over to Amy's and play Bubble Bobble again. I haven't played that in years. In any case, adolescent girls played the game for an average of 1.5 hours a week over 3 months, and the cerebral cortex, or the gray matter of the girls, grew thicker, while brain activity in the other areas decreased compared to when they'd started. Richard Heyer, who had previously found in 1992 study that there was a Tetris learning effect in which the brain consumed less energy as mastery of the game rose, had concluded that we think the brain is learning which areas not to use. As you learn the game, it becomes more automatic. So, getting ingrained. The 2009 study demonstrated how Tetris's effect on brain's plasticity, or the brain's ability to change structurally, as the girls practiced and learned how to play the game. Neurons, or nerve cells in your brain, make connections, communicating through synapses. When you learn something, you change those neural connections. And every time you reactivate a circuit, synaptic efficiency increases, and connections become more durable and easier to reactivate. You know, it's like if you're a hands-on learner, you can sit there and read the instructions, but until you actually do whatever you were reading the instructions to do, unless you do it a couple of times, it just don't stick. I know people that can sit there and read a manual and then just bada bing, bada boom, and they're done. Not me. I got to read the manual, I got to keep the manual right beside me, and I got to work my way through it, and yeah, I poked the wrong button a lot of times. But I got to keep doing that, and I have cheat sheets. I develop little cheat sheets so that if it's been a while since the last time I have performed whatever duty this was, I have a cheat sheet to refer back to. So, I get where they're coming from on this. Stickgold's study and subsequent research that sleep plays a role in the memory process, which, yes, it does. If you don't get adequate sleep, it will affect the brain function. So to sum it up, whenever you do specific tasks over and over, they take up less of your brain power over time. And that's pretty amazing, as this will be the basis for a huge opportunity to change our behavior for the better. If you do not like what you see, change it. Sometimes that needs to be done within yourself. It's actually quite simple. We can harness the brain's plasticity by training our brain to make positive patterns more automatic. When we practice looking for and being more aware of positive aspects of life, we fight off the brain's natural tendency to scan for and spot the negatives or the negative things, which you don't need to eliminate that, because in this world there are dangerous things, so you still need to be able to have that ability, but you don't need to let it be a massive, major controlling force in your life. Naturally, we bring ourselves into a better balance if we focus on positive as well as negative. If all you do is focus on the negative, you will not be a happy camper. You just won't. It's not possible. Sean Aker frames this rewiring as the positive Tetris effect in the happiness advantage, and drawing from the way Tetris impresses our brain so that we end up parsing the world in terms of the game. This is according to Anchor with the positive Tetris effect. We can retrain the brain to scan for the good things in life to help us see more possibility, to feel more energy, and to succeed at higher levels. So, something as trivial as the game of Tetris can have a scientifically measurable effect on people's brains and invade their dreams. If that's the case, the impact of practicing and retaining a more positive thinking pattern, especially for our well-being and happiness, can be even more powerful. Because if you have a positive outlook, positive people tend to be healthier. We're basically trying to find an undiscovered path that, if walked once, makes us happy, the path being the synaptic connections in our brain, and then, because we enjoy it, we go along that path hundreds and hundreds of times, and slowly a track forms and becomes very clear and easier to walk every time. So, this does go on a bit more, and I will just go ahead and share this with y'all. But I've noticed, because I have been actually trying to force myself to. Yes, magically you did generate gas. Eloquent. Okay, what are you guys talking about there? Bungholio? You guys are nuts. Who wants to store gas? If you keep storing gas, you're going to wind up looking like Richard Nixon. You don't want to go there. That's just not a really good look for most people. It wasn't a good look for Richard Nixon. Why would you want it to be a look for you too? Okay, let's see. We do some happiness here. Happy emoticons. If I can scroll right. And yeah, Beth, I need to get me one of those, a trackball mouse, because that's what I use at work, and I really, really enjoy them. And my little scroller mouse is just not cutting it. I think it's probably seen better days. Just saying. Actually, I know it has, because I think this computer, I got it with the computer, and I think the computer's 5 years old. So, yeah, it's seen better days. Vince, are you doing that mind control thing again? I know what you're up to, hon. I see what you're doing. What? That is true, Grimmy. I am positive that the government sucks. Absolutely, positively. Sure. But see, that's a positive frame of mind. You are being very positive about a negative situation. See? I'm going to get rid of this nasty ass thing. Okay, where else do I wish to go? I think I'll go check out Upi because I have just a couple minutes left. Just a couple. Then I'm going to have to get my fanny in gear and get into town. Oh, gross. Oh, gross. Okay, this is just gross, and so I have to do it. Oh, and I thought Florida was just sick and wrong. Apparently, every other state wishes to keep up with them. California has a dermatologist that commissions pimple-popping cupcakes. And that's just fucking wrong. Those are just gross. And don't tell me to lick that. Oh, wow. That's just gross. Okay, a dermatologist in California commissioned a batch of cupcakes designed to celebrate her affinity for popping pimples. That's just gross. Ew. Dr. Sandra Lee, also known as Dr. Pimple Popper, shared video of the cupcakes which feature cream meant to represent pus pouring out of the frosting made to look like inflamed skin. Wow. Wow. You know, I would have never thought to do something like that. And now that it's in my brain, I really need a mental etch-a-sketch. I really, really do. The video demonstrates that the cream can be squeezed out of the cupcake similar. Oh, woofty. While the sight of the baked goods may turn the stomach of some, Lee said that they looked yummy and were made with love. Alrighty then. Although the bakery displays generally less jarring designs on their Instagram page, a post showing a worker with a pimple popper t-shirt said that they did not hesitate to work with Lee. When you work for Dr. Pimple Popper and she asks for cupcakes, you gotta do it. Was it like a moral imperative? Man, I scrolled too far down and there was a picture and okay. That's just not good. Matter of fact, that's just gross. Zit cakes. Oh, God. And Vince, between you and Meisterbrower, excuse me, you two just take the cake. And then Grimmy just has to jump into it as well. I am not repeating what you guys are saying in the chat. I'm not going there. Sorry. Y'all are just sick and wrong. Sick and wrong. But I love you anyway, darlings. Speaking of that, y'all have been listening to Grammy's Rocket Chair here on RealLibertyMedia.com, Channel 3. Also on the RLMradio.xyz site. and the RLM Radio Spreaker channel, and the RLM Tune In channel, and the RLM Internet Radio station. So, that's all of the places that I'm going out. And wow, just think of all of the minds I've corrupted this evening. Oh, well, I really, really do appreciate you joining in with me this evening. It looks like the breeze has come up outside, so I'm thinking it's possibly convection oven time when I go and work the train ride at the fair. Because, yeah, that's what I get to do. Although this year I don't have to drive the train because that sumbitch is hot. I just get to take tickets. I get to be the conductor. I get to tell you where to go. Booyah! Bonus round. Oh, well. I will be back Friday with the Freaker Friday edition of Grammy's Rocket Chair here on Real Liberty Media. Please have an absolutely awesome rest of your evening. And with the skyrocketing temperatures all over the USA, please be careful out there, people. Drink plenty of water. I know fish swim in it and do all kinds of other things in it as well, but you need to keep hydrated, okay? Oh, Channel 3 is oh, thank you, Grim. Sweet. I didn't know that. Okay. I am going to have to get out of here because I got to go be a conductor on a train. Woo woo! All aboard the Crazy Grammy train tonight at the county fair. Until Friday, be safe. Be blessed. Be positive. Even if you're positive that the government